I'm John Stewart. I'm here at the California Historical Radio Society radio shop, and we have one of our new items. It's one of the historic NBC Chime machines made by a company called Ranger Tone, who was in the business of making early electronic organs. We have serial number 2, which was originally in operation at the NBC studios in San Francisco. I think at 3 different locations as they moved. Starting in 1931-32 is when this went into service. I'm going to pull the cover off now so we can see the inside. And you'll see the cam mechanism. So this is like a large 50-pound music box, but it plays only 3 notes. And that would be the NBC chimes, which you'll hear in a second. So here's a drum here with some fingers on it. In the back there are sets of combs, like a music box, and it'll strike those 3 as this drum rolls around. On the bottom there's a vacuum tube amplifier, and we'll swing the box around and look at the back where you can see the little music box combs with the vibrating fingers. To demonstrate how this operates, I will turn on the motor, which should be done by an announcer. So you can see the fingers rotating around. The cycle takes about 2 or 3 seconds, and then normally the system would just shut off after 1 cycle, so you'd only hear the NBC chimes once. I flipped it over on its face. This is the drive motor that has a gearbox that turns that drum. You notice that the sensors are all underneath this metal shield for prevent the electrical 60 hertz hum from getting into the sensors. So I'll pull this off, and now you can see down inside of here the 3 music box-like combs. Each of these have 8 fingers. This particular unit has a few fingers that are broken off. But the really interesting thing, these little tiny combs, which normally go ping, have been set up to make the nicer notes by adding lead weights at the tips of the fingers. So if your analogy is your fingers be underneath the fingers, there'd be a little hunk of solder, and that would allow them to easily tune each of the fingers so they would vibrate at just the right pitch. There's another switch over here which stops the rotation after 1 time around, and the vacuum tube amplifier is on the back here to provide a clean signal into the network system at the studio. Now most of what you're seeing in there are really the sensing fingers. These sensing fingers are all around on 1 circuit. It's like a capacitive or a condenser microphone. And it's the capacitance between the sensing fingers and the music box fingers that creates the electrical signal, which is then amplified. I'm going to explain how we think right now these combs are producing the 3 NBC tones. There's three combs here, each have 8 fingers. In a music box, these would all be different notes. In this machine, because the company made organs, we think he used stock combs, and this was able to weight them to produce the fundamental tone for the 3 notes, which are G, E, and C, which people say stands for General Electric Company, who owned NBC back at the time. So that's a kind of a quick overview of where we are here. We've had this for a couple of weeks now here at the CHRS. This is one of only 3 that we know of. There's a great website on the internet called NBC Chimes Museum, and hopefully some of this audio and the video we've done here will get posted on that website along with the another Ranger Tone machine, and we'll make this part of our historic radio studio equipment. Thank you.